The truth is, I did not become fluent because I was talented. I became fluent because I built a habit that grew like a seed in dry soil, watered daily until it became a living tree of confidence. Have you ever promised yourself that you would practice English every single day? But after 3 days, the fire went cold, the notebook closed, and silence returned to the space where your dream once lived? Do you feel guilty every night because you had planned to study with focus, but the book remained closed on the table, the app unopened on your phone, and your heart heavy with regret once more? It felt like chasing the wind itself. Every time I stretched out my hand, English slipped quickly through my fingers like dust carried by storms. But here's the promise I give you now. In this video, I will share with you how I transformed English from a heavy burden into a daily rhythm of life, a gentle habit that gave me wings to finally speak free. And by the end, you will clearly see how you can build the same powerful habit. Stay until the end, because one single habit has the power to change everything. Most learners depend on motivation. They wait for that fire inside, that sudden energy to push them into study. But motivation is like a wave. It rises high for a moment, then falls silent, leaving you on dry sand again. Maybe you know this feeling yourself. You wake up one morning full of passion. You promise yourself, today I will study for 2 hours. And yes, you do it. You feel proud. But the next morning, the fire is gone. I remember my own struggle clearly. I used to wait for the right mood to study English. Some days I studied for hours and felt proud. But then weeks passed where my book sat silent, untouched, gathering dust and guilt. It was painful. I told myself, maybe I am lazy. Maybe English is not for me. But the truth was different. I was not broken. I just did not have a system to guide me. My progress depended only on mood swings. It felt like rowing a small boat across a sea. If I waited for the strong wind, I moved fast. But when the wind stopped, I stayed stuck. The shore I dreamed of reaching always remained far away, just out of my grasp. That was when I finally saw the truth. Motivation is a spark, bright but short. Systems are the firewood that keep it burning. Without a system, the spark dies and the dream dies with it too. Now here's the solution. Build a trigger, same time, same place, every single day. For example, 10 minutes after breakfast, sit down with your notebook. Make it a ritual. Make it automatic, like brushing. Why does this work? Because systems do not ask you, are you in the mood today? They simply carry you forward. Even when you are tired, even when life feels heavy, the system moves your feet to the desk. You do not need perfect motivation. You only need a small habit that pulls you. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You only need a system that carries you when the wind of motivation has disappeared. So begin today. Choose one simple trigger. Decide one fixed time and one fixed place. Do it daily, even if it is only 5 minutes. That small system will change your path, and it will carry you all the way to shore. Many learners set goals that are far too big. They say, from now on, I will study 3 hours every single day. It feels powerful at first, but after a few days, exhaustion hits and the dream collapses under the weight. I remember when I tried this myself, I told myself 2 hours of grammar every night. The first night was fine. The second night was harder. By the third night, my brain felt like stone. I gave up and felt like a failure. It is like walking into a gym and trying to lift 100 kilograms on your very first day. Your muscles scream in pain. Your body refuses to move, and you walk out believing you are weak, broken, lost. But here is the truth. You are not broken. You only tried to carry too much weight. Learning a language is not a sprint. It is a journey, and the road is long. You need to walk, not collapse before the first corner. Small wins create momentum. Imagine a snowball at the top of a hill. At first it is tiny, almost nothing. But with each turn, it grows larger, stronger, unstoppable. That is what 5 minutes daily can do for you. Start with micro habits. Read 1 page. Listen for 5 minutes. Write 3 short sentences. These actions may look small, but they are seeds. Seeds grow into trees, and trees create whole forests of fluency. Consistency beats intensity. This is the rule that will save you. 5 minutes daily will always beat 5 hours once a month. Why? Because the brain loves rhythm, not chaos. Rhythm makes knowledge stick. So I challenge you, begin today, not later. Choose 1 small action, 1 sentence, 1 page, 1 5-minute practice. That is your start. That is your victory. And if you repeat it, fluency will find you soon. Many learners depend only on willpower. They push themselves to study, but their environment keeps pulling them away. The phone rings. The TV plays loudly. Friends talk and focus disappears fast. I remember when I tried to practice my speaking skills. I sat with my book open, but my phone lit up with messages. The TV shouted from the next room. After a few minutes, I gave up and felt hopeless. It was like planting a seed in dry, cracked soil. No matter how much I wanted it to grow, nothing happened. The seed did not need more willpower. It needed water, sunlight, and the right kind of soil. Your environment is the soil of your habit. It either feeds your growth or starves it. You are not weak if you cannot focus. You are not broken. You are simply in an environment that fights against success. But here's the truth. Change the soil and the seed comes alive. The same is true for you. If you surround yourself with English, your practice becomes natural. Like air you breathe, not a heavy task you must force. So place English in your surroundings. Change your phone language today. Put sticky notes on your mirror and fridge. Listen to podcasts while you travel. Let English live in your daily environment. Do not wait for willpower to save you. Willpower is weak when distractions roar. But environment is strong. It carries you forward even when you feel tired, even when motivation feels completely gone. So ask yourself right now, what is 1 small change you can make in your space today? 1 action, 1 choice. Create the right soil, and your seed of English will grow strong, steady, and unshakable. Many learners treat English like a dead subject. They open a grammar book with no feeling, no connection, only duty. After a few weeks, boredom arrives. The book closes and the habit dies quietly. I remember memorizing long lists of verbs. I wrote them 10 times each, but nothing stuck. My mind was empty, my heart was silent, But when I linked English to music, movies, and travel, everything changed. It was like driving a car with no fuel in its tank. The engine worked for a moment, but then it stopped. No matter how strong the machine was, it could not move ahead. Emotion is the fuel of every human habit. Your brain may guide you, but your heart moves you. Without joy, pride, or hope, you will quit. But with emotion, even hard tasks feel lighter. The fire of feeling turns study into something alive and exciting. So do not treat English as a cold subject. Connect it with the life you truly desire. Do you love music? Then learn lines from your favorite songs. Do you dream of travel? Then practice sentences you would use. Write journal pages about your future self. Imagine conversations you wish to have. Watch movies and copy the emotions of actors. Make English personal. Let it touch your story, your dreams, your own voice. When your heart is in the habit, your body and mind will follow. You will not need to force yourself each day. You will want it. The practice will pull you, not push you, because it feels alive inside your soul. So I ask you now, what fills ye? Our heart. What topic, song, or dream can you use to bring English alive today? Choose one and start small. Remember, you are not broken. You simply need the right kind of fuel. You know, one of the biggest reasons learners give up is because they do not see progress. They study for weeks, even months, but when they listen to a movie, it still feels hard. So they believe nothing is changing at all. I remember that feeling myself. There were days when I thought, why bother anymore? It felt like walking in circles without end. But here is the hidden truth. Progress is happening, even if you cannot see it yet. Have you ever planted a tree? For a long time, you see nothing. You water, you wait, and the soil looks empty. Then one morning, green leaves push through the ground. Progress was always there. It was just hidden underground. It is the same with your English learning. The growth is happening quietly deep inside you. Your brain is building connections. Your ears are adjusting to new sounds, and your memory is storing words that will surprise you later. Months passed and I felt stuck, but then I listened to a podcast and understood 70% of it instead of 30%. That day I realized I had not been standing still. I had been moving forward all along, silently, invisibly. That is why tracking progress is powerful. It turns the invisible into something you can see. It transforms quiet, hidden growth into proof that you are moving. Proof becomes fuel, and fuel keeps you alive on this long journey. So how do you track progress? Begin with a simple journal. Every day, write the small actions you take. 10 minutes of listening, 20 minutes of reading, 5 new words. Each mark is evidence of your effort. Record your voice once a week. Speak a short paragraph and save it. After 2 months, listen back. You will hear clearer sounds, smoother sentences, more courage in your voice. That change is your victory. Make check marks on a calendar. Every tick is a spark of proof. Every note in your journal is a reminder. Every recording you keep is a gift for your future self. Do you see how powerful that can be? The small wins matter more than you think. The brain loves progress. When you celebrate it, you release energy, joy, and motivation. You turn boring study into a game you want to keep playing every single day. So I want you to choose one method today. Will you keep a journal? Will you record your voice? Will you tick the calendar? Choose one. Start tonight and feel the difference in your energy tomorrow. Because every check mark is proof that you are not broken. Every small win is proof that you are moving. Every leaf that grows from your tree is proof that life is inside. You are not stuck. You are becoming. One of the most common reasons learners quit is because they try to walk this road alone. They open books by themselves, repeat words in silence, and carry the heavy weight of loneliness every single day of learning. I used to do the same thing myself. I would study alone for weeks, but then I would stop. Why? Because there was nobody to notice if I gave up. Nobody cared if I missed a single day. That silence slowly killed my effort. It is like running a marathon. Alone you may start strong, but after a few miles your feet hurt, your chest burns, and your mind screams, "Stop now." But if teammates run beside you, their voices push you until you finish. That is the truth about learning English too. Humans are social. Habits grow stronger when others stand with us. When you feel weak, their energy becomes your energy. When they win, you feel that you can win as well. Now let us look at something powerful. I once joined a small English group. Suddenly I was accountable. If I skipped practice, my friends asked, "Where were you?" Their presence made my habit almost unbreakable. Think about this. Why do athletes train with teams? Why do musicians practice in bands? Because togetherness multiplies strength. Alone you can try, but with support you can sustain your dream for the long journey. So how do you build this for yourself? You do not need a huge class. You can join a free online group. You can find one study partner. You can even comment daily in English under videos and connect with other learners. Every message you share is a step forward. Every small conversation is practice. Every friend who learns with you is proof that you are not alone. Together you build a circle that carries you when you feel weak. Community makes your daily habits stronger. It does not matter if the group is small. What matters is that you belong, that your effort is noticed, and that your dream is shared with people who walk beside you. So I want you to take action today. Search for a group. Find one person to message. Leave one English comment below this video. This is not just practice, it is your first step into a stronger community. Because you are not broken, you are not walking alone, you are part of something. And with community, your consistency will become unbreakable. This is how you finish. You have now walked with me through each truth. We began with systems. Systems are greater than motivation. Why? Because fire burns out, but structure remains. If you build a system, progress continues daily. Fluency is not a miracle gift. It is not about waiting for inspiration to strike. It is about building a small path that you can walk every day, even on the days you feel weak. That is where power is born. Think of it like planting seeds. You do not shout at the soil and demand fruit tomorrow. You water, you wait, and you trust. One day, a small green leaf breaks through. That is the system you must create for yourself. Now let us look at another truth. Start small. You do not need to study for 4 hours to change your future. Even 10 minutes of focus can light a flame that grows into an unstoppable fire tomorrow. I remember starting with just 5 new words a day. At first, it felt so small, so unimportant, but those 5 words became hundreds and then thousands. Every step, no matter how small, carried me forward. So here is your reminder: do not despise small beginning. GS, they are not weak. They are seeds that one day will become strong trees. Your fluency will be built in quiet, steady, daily moments of action. Then we talked about shaping your environment. If you surround yourself with distractions, the habit dies. But if your room, your phone, and your space are ready for English, your mind follows easily too. Your environment is like the wind to a sailboat. If it blows against you, every step is hard. But if it blows with you, then your journey feels natural, even beautiful. Shape your wind wisely today. Next came the truth about emotion. Without feeling, habits become empty. You must tie English to your dreams, your music, your stories, your future. That emotion is the fuel that keeps your learning alive. It is like driving a car. You may own the most powerful engine, but if there is no fuel, the car will not move. Your heart is the fuel. Your love, your vision, your joy, Betty, that is what carries you forward. After that, we faced progress. Many quit because they cannot see their own growth, but progress is often invisible, like roots growing underground. Track your wins. Write them down. Record your voice weekly. Every small check mark is proof you are not standing still. Every recording is proof of growth. Every word you add to your journal is proof that you are walking further. This is how you silence the voice of doubt. Finally, community. You are not meant to walk alone. Alone you give up. With others you grow. Find partners, find groups, find voices that remind you do not quit. Community builds consistency. So let me leave you with this reflection. Fluency is not magic. It is daily choices repeated until they shape who you are. You are not broken, you are becoming. That is the power you now hold in your hands. Now you have seen the truths that guide your English journey. Systems beat motivation. Small steps daily win over huge bursts. Your environment, emotion, tracking, community all shape your path forward. You are not broken. You are becoming. Say it aloud. Let these words give you strength. Every doubt, every pause, repeat, I am moving forward. English is a bridge to your dreams, your career, your world. Every word learned, every sentence practiced builds your path forward. One small habit starts your chain reaction. Subscribe now for more lessons. Comment below. Which habit will you start today? Make it real by saying it. Each action counts. One step leads to the next. Practice daily. Track progress. Celebrate wins. Share this video with someone who struggles. One small change can change a life. Final affirmation. I'm not broken. I'm becoming. Each habit, each step builds you. Your journey begins today, not tomorrow.